Have you ever wondered why some people over 65 seem to have endless energy, while others find themselves struggling just to make it through the afternoon? Why is it that some seniors wake up with a spring in their step and keep going all day, while others feel drained and exhausted no matter how much rest they get? If you're one of those wondering what the secret is, you're not alone. Today, we're about to uncover something that could change the way you look at your daily routine. It's a simple but surprisingly powerful habit that most seniors overlook: napping after 3 p.m. You may have heard before that naps are good for you, especially as we age, but there's a hidden danger to napping at the wrong time. This video is going to reveal why napping after 3 p.m. could be sabotaging your health, your happiness, and even your longevity. I know what you're thinking, but I'm just trying to rest. And believe me, I get it. Rest is so important, especially as we age, but the timing of that rest can make all the difference in the world. By the end of this video, you'll understand the science behind why your body reacts to naps after 3 p.m. in a way you might not expect. I'll also share expert-backed advice on how you can sleep better and feel more energized throughout the day. Stay with me as we explore the surprising, science-backed truth behind napping after 3 p.m. and why avoiding it might just help you live a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Trust me, this is one secret you won't want to miss. Meet Evelyn. At 73, she was starting to feel like her best years were behind her. Her mornings were slow, and by mid-afternoon, the fatigue hit hard. She'd often retreat to the couch, nap for a couple of hours, and wake up feeling even more sluggish. It wasn't just the fatigue. It was the constant cycle of feeling off balance, emotionally drained, and disconnected from her once vibrant self. Evelyn, like many of us, had spent years living with the idea that as we age, we naturally slow down. But something inside her told her that this wasn't the way things had to be. She remembered a time when her energy felt endless, when the world seemed full of possibilities, and napping after 3 p.m. wasn't something she needed to rely on. One day, Evelyn's daughter, Sarah, noticed how much her mother was struggling and suggested something that sounded almost too simple. "Mom," Sarah said, "what if you tried adjusting your naps a bit? Maybe napping later in the day is messing with your sleep at night." Evelyn was skeptical at first. She'd always been told that naps were a good way to recharge, especially as you get older. But she trusted Sarah, so she decided to give it a try. Evelyn began to experiment. She stopped taking naps after 3 p.m. and instead kept herself moving during the late afternoon. First, it was tough. Her body was used to that afternoon slump, and the habit of an afternoon nap was deeply ingrained in her routine. But over time, something remarkable started happening. Her energy levels gradually started to rise. She began to feel more alert in the evenings, and most importantly, her sleep at night improved. She could no longer remember the last time she woke up feeling truly rested, but now, she found herself waking up refreshed, with a new sense of vitality. As she continued to adjust her schedule, Evelyn noticed something else. Her mood improved, too. For years, she had chalked up her occasional feelings of irritability to aging. But cutting back on those late afternoon naps brought a sense of clarity and emotional balance she hadn't felt in a long time. It was as if her body was finally starting to sync up with the rhythms it was meant to follow. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but over the course of a few weeks, Evelyn felt like a new person. Her energy was no longer a distant memory. It was back, and she had control over it again. She didn't need to rely on those naps to make it through the day. Instead, she felt a natural flow of energy that lasted well into the evening. Evelyn's story isn't just about the power of making one simple change. It's a reflection of something larger, the way we often look at aging. We live in a time when the idea of slowing down with age is so common that we start to accept it as inevitable. But Evelyn's journey teaches us that it doesn't have to be that way. With a few adjustments, we can find the energy, vitality, and joy we thought we had lost. In fact, this idea of adjusting your daily routine isn't new. In cultures around the world, there are age-old traditions that focus on the importance of sleep and timing. In Mediterranean countries, for example, the siesta has long been a cherished tradition. But like Evelyn, many people find that napping too late in the day can affect their overall well-being. It's not just about the quantity of sleep. It's about the timing, the way our bodies align with nature's rhythms. Evelyn's story may resonate with many of you. Maybe you've found yourself caught in the cycle of afternoon fatigue, only to wake up from a nap feeling even more exhausted. Perhaps you've accepted it as just part of aging, but let me ask you this: what if you could feel like yourself again with just a small change? What if the key to unlocking your energy and happiness was simply a matter of shifting the timing of your naps? Stay with me, because the science behind this is something that could help you reclaim the energy and joy that might feel out of reach. I promise the results are well worth the effort. The idea of napping might seem harmless, even beneficial, especially as we age. After all, we've all heard that getting more rest can help with energy levels and cognitive function. However, research suggests that napping at the wrong time, specifically after 3 p.m., can have unexpected consequences. Doctors and sleep experts alike have begun to highlight the importance of not just how much sleep we get, but also when we sleep. The timing of your nap can significantly affect your overall health, and it's a topic that has been gaining attention in recent years. One key piece of evidence comes from a 2023 study at Harvard University, which revealed that seniors who avoid late afternoon naps had a 40% lower chance of experiencing cognitive decline compared to those who napped later in the day. This study, along with other research in the field, shows that when we disrupt our natural sleep cycles by napping late in the afternoon, it can throw off our body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. Our circadian rhythm plays a crucial role in maintaining our alertness, energy, and mood levels throughout the day. When this rhythm is disrupted, it can lead to poor quality sleep at night and increased daytime fatigue. Dr. Matthew Walker, a world-renowned sleep scientist and author of the book Why We Sleep, explains that when we nap too late in the day, especially after 3 p.m., we risk interfering with the natural sleep pressure that builds up throughout the day. This sleep pressure is what helps us fall asleep at night and ensures that we get the deep, restorative rest our bodies need. Napping too late can reduce this pressure, making it harder to fall asleep when it's time to go to bed. In turn, this can lead to a cycle of poor sleep, fatigue, and even mood changes. The connection between sleep and longevity is well documented. For example, research from the National Institute on Aging suggests that poor sleep quality is linked to increased risks of heart disease, stroke, and even early mortality. One large-scale study found that people who experienced disrupted sleep patterns had a significantly higher risk of developing chronic conditions, such as hypertension and diabetes, which are common in older adults. When you consider that sleep is the body's primary restorative process, it becomes clear why getting your sleep timing right is essential for maintaining overall health and longevity. What makes the timing of naps particularly important for seniors is the natural shift in our sleep patterns as we age. As we get older, our bodies tend to require less sleep, but the quality of that sleep becomes more important. For seniors, particularly those over the age of 65, late naps can be detrimental to achieving the deep, restorative sleep needed for good health. The body's ability to enter deep sleep stages, especially in the later hours of the night, begins to decline with age. By napping too late, seniors risk interrupting this cycle and not getting enough of the vital deep sleep their bodies crave. Interestingly, the wisdom passed down through generations seems to support what science is telling us today. In many cultures, older adults are advised to avoid napping too late in the afternoon. In Mediterranean countries, for instance, the tradition of the siesta is respected, but there's a strong emphasis on keeping these afternoon rests brief, usually no longer than 20 to 30 minutes, and ideally before 3 p.m. This practice has been passed down over centuries because it aligns with the natural rhythms of the body, helping to prevent the fatigue that can come from napping too long or too late. In addition to physical health, the timing of naps can also influence mental and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that seniors who nap late in the afternoon are more likely to experience mood swings, irritability, and feelings of anxiety. This can be attributed to the disruption of their sleep-wake cycle, which affects the production of certain neurotransmitters in the brain that regulate mood and stress. On the other hand, seniors who follow more consistent sleep routines, where naps are kept earlier in the day, report feeling more mentally clear, focused, and emotionally balanced. To further solidify the science behind these insights, let's look at a study conducted by the Sleep Foundation. The research demonstrated that naps taken after 3 p.m. can increase the risk of insomnia, and for seniors, this can be a particularly dangerous cycle to fall into. Not only does poor sleep at night lead to feelings of exhaustion the next day, but it can also reduce cognitive performance, making it harder to stay sharp and alert. This is especially concerning as we age, since our cognitive function naturally declines over time. However, by taking steps to optimize sleep quality, such as avoiding naps after 3 p.m., seniors can help slow this decline and maintain better mental clarity. It's also worth noting that these findings are not just about avoiding naps after 3 p.m. They also highlight the importance of good sleep hygiene, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, creating a restful sleep environment, and limiting caffeine and screen time before bed. These small adjustments can make a huge difference in how we feel throughout the day, and they're habits that anyone can adopt to improve their overall health. In conclusion, the science is clear. Napping too late in the day can have a negative impact on both physical and mental health, especially for seniors. It's not just about getting more sleep. It's about getting the right sleep at the right time. By aligning our habits with the natural rhythms of our bodies, we can feel more energized, mentally sharp, and emotionally balanced, leading to a longer, healthier life. Evelyn's story shows just how powerful a small change can be, and the science backs it up. Making sure your naps are timed right might just be the key to unlocking the energy and vitality you thought had slipped away. Imagine this. You've lived through decades of experiences, moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and loss. You've navigated through the ups and downs of life, and here you are, in your 70s or 80s, reflecting on how you've spent the years that have passed. Now, think about this for a moment. If you're 70 today, you've already lived through more than 25,000 days. It's incredible, isn't it? Each day holds so much meaning, so much potential. But the real question is, how are you going to make the most of the days that remain? Are you going to let the habits you've developed over time, the ones you think are harmless, hold you back? Or are you ready to embrace a new way of living, a way that could truly transform the next chapter of your life? Now think about those afternoon naps. For years, they might have felt like a small indulgence, a way to recharge, to escape the weariness of the day. But what if, without realizing it, those naps have been standing between you and the vibrant, energetic life you still have the power to live? What if, by simply adjusting your routine, you could feel more alive, more engaged with the world around you? Could it be that one small change, stopping those naps after 3 p.m., could shift the entire course of your future? I want you to pause and truly think about that. So many of us, as we grow older, get caught in the routine of what feels comfortable. We hold on to habits that were once useful but no longer serve us in the same way. We justify them, thinking they're harmless, even beneficial. But sometimes the smallest change can make the biggest difference. It's not about giving up the comfort of a nap. It's about choosing to live with a deeper awareness of how our choices affect our health, our energy, and our minds. Evelyn's story is a wake-up call for all of us. She thought her energy was gone, that the best of her life had already passed. She resigned herself to the idea that getting older meant slower days, more fatigue, and a constant need to rest. But when she made that one small adjustment, when she stopped napping after 3 p.m., her life changed. Her energy returned. Her mind felt clearer. She reconnected with a version of herself she thought she had lost. That simple change sparked a transformation that gave her not just more energy, but a renewed sense of purpose. But here's the truth, Evelyn is not alone. So many of us live with the illusion that we're just waiting for the next stage of life to unfold. We wait for a miracle, for something to happen to fix us. But the real power is in our hands. The power to take control of how we feel, how we live, and how we experience each day. It's easy to fall into the trap of this is just how things are as we age. We look at our bodies, our energy levels, and we accept the decline as inevitable. But I'm here to tell you, it's not inevitable. The choices you make now can drastically alter the way you live the rest of your years. Think about it. You still have so much to offer, so much wisdom to share, and so many moments yet to experience. Why let habits like late afternoon napping rob you of the joy and energy you could be feeling? Why let something so small stand between you and the life you deserve to lead? You've already lived thousands of days, each one shaping who you are today. But from here on out, you have the opportunity to choose how you spend the days that remain. Let me ask you this. How many of us have spent years getting caught in the cycle of exhaustion, only to wake up feeling drained again the next day? It's a cycle that seems impossible to break. But what if I told you that a small shift in your daily routine could set you free? Imagine waking up tomorrow with a newfound sense of energy, ready to face the day with purpose and clarity. Imagine feeling more present with your loved ones, more engaged with the world around you, and more alive than you've felt in years. The truth is, time is precious. We don't get it back. Every day is an opportunity to live fully, to embrace the wisdom we've gained, and to make a difference in the world around us. But the first step is acknowledging that we have the power to change, even when it feels like we're too far down a certain path. It's not about age, it's about mindset. It's about making a choice to invest in your health, your happiness, and your future. So what will it be? Will you continue with the old habits that may be holding you back? Or will you make the choice today to embrace a new way of living? The next chapter of your life is waiting for you, and the best part is, you get to write it. Don't let something as simple as the timing of your nap determine how you feel for the rest of your years. Take control now, and watch how the shift can change everything. Your future is in your hands, and it's never too late to make it bright. So how can you start making this change today? Here are a few simple but powerful habits that you can begin incorporating into your routine right away. These are strategies that have helped many seniors regain their energy, improve their health, and feel more vibrant each day. Let's dive into them, starting with the first one. The first step is to set a clear time for your naps. If you've been used to napping in the late afternoon, it's time to shift that habit. Try to set a nap time no later than 3 p.m. Keep your nap short. Around 20 to 30 minutes is ideal for recharging your energy without affecting your nighttime sleep. The goal is to give your body the rest it needs while still allowing you to sleep deeply at night. You can start by gradually shifting your nap time earlier by 15-minute intervals each day until you reach the desired window. Many people have found that even a small adjustment can make a big difference in how they feel the next morning. Second, stay active throughout the day. This doesn't mean you need to run marathons or hit the gym every day, but finding small ways to keep moving can do wonders for your energy levels. If you can, aim for at least 20 minutes of light physical activity each day. Walking, gardening, or even simple stretches can help. One senior I spoke with began doing a 10-minute walk every morning after breakfast, and within weeks, she felt a noticeable increase in her energy. If you're unable to walk or exercise due to physical limitations, try seated exercises or gentle stretching routines. These can still help improve circulation and keep your body from feeling sluggish. Third, focus on your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be a peaceful sanctuary, designed for rest. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet to create the best possible conditions for sleep. If noise is an issue, consider using a white noise machine or earplugs to block out distractions. One woman I spoke to transformed her bedroom by removing distractions, like her phone and TV, and adding soft, calming colors and a comfortable mattress. As a result, she noticed that her sleep quality improved, and she woke up feeling more refreshed. Also, try to avoid caffeine or heavy meals late in the afternoon, as these can interfere with your ability to fall asleep at night. Next, establish a consistent sleep routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps your body align with its natural rhythms. If you're someone who's used to staying up late or waking up at different times every day, this might take some getting used to. Start by setting a bedtime routine that helps signal to your body that it's time to wind down. For instance, you could read a book, listen to calming music, or do a light relaxation exercise before bed. As you establish this consistency, you'll find that your body starts to fall into a more predictable sleep pattern, and you'll feel more energized during the day. Finally, pay attention to your diet. Eating nutrient-rich foods at regular intervals can have a huge impact on your energy levels. Foods like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can fuel your body and prevent the energy crashes that can often make you feel tired in the afternoon. Seniors who have adjusted their eating habits report feeling lighter, more energized, and more alert. For instance, one woman found that adding more vegetables and cutting back on sugar made her feel less sluggish throughout the day, and she noticed a huge improvement in her ability to stay awake and alert in the evening. If you're unable to make big changes to your diet right away, don't worry. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. Start small by adding a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts as a snack in the afternoon. As you gradually adopt more healthy habits, you'll start to feel the benefits in your energy levels. These are just a few examples of small but powerful changes that can have a lasting impact. Many seniors have found that, by making adjustments to their daily routines, they can reclaim their vitality and live more fulfilling, energized lives. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about taking one small step at a time and being patient with the process. To help get you started, try focusing on one of these changes today. Maybe it's setting a new nap schedule or committing to a short walk each day. Over time, as you incorporate more of these habits into your life, you'll likely start noticing a difference in how you feel. These small steps can add up to big improvements in your health, energy, and overall well-being. Remember, it's never too late to make changes that benefit your health. The key is consistency and finding what works best for your body and lifestyle. Even if you've been used to certain habits for years, it's never too late to begin shifting them for the better. Each step you take is one step closer to feeling more vibrant, more energized, and more connected to the life you still have ahead of you. You might be thinking, I'm too old to change, or perhaps, it's too late for me to make a difference in how I feel. I understand these doubts because many seniors have felt the same way at some point. But let me share something important with you. It's never too late to start. In fact, some of the most remarkable transformations happen later in life. The key is not focusing on how much time has passed, but on what you can do now to feel better, more energized, and more fulfilled. Let me tell you about Tom, a man who was 75 when he decided to change his routine. Like many others, he believed it was too late to make any real difference in his health. He had grown accustomed to feeling tired all the time, and after years of taking naps whenever he felt like it, he thought his energy was just gone for good. But one day, he decided to try something different. He made small adjustments to his daily routine, starting by cutting out his afternoon naps and getting out for a walk in the morning. Within just a few months, Tom's energy levels increased dramatically. His doctor was astonished at his improved blood pressure and heart health, and Tom found himself not only feeling better physically but also mentally sharper and more active. He realized something that many seniors discover too late. It's never too late to take control of your health and well-being. You might also be thinking, this won't work for me. I'm too set in my ways. It's completely normal to feel this way, but it's important to remember that change doesn't need to be drastic or immediate. Small steps can create significant progress. The key is consistency. Just like Tom, you don't have to make sweeping changes all at once. Start with one simple change and give it time to become a habit. Over time, you'll notice the benefits. As the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The point is, no matter when you start, the benefits will begin to show, and you'll be so glad you did. Some may say, I don't have the energy or motivation to even begin. Again, I understand that feeling. But let me tell you about Grace, a woman who, at 68, thought she could never find the energy to change her habits. She had dealt with fatigue for years and thought that was just the way life was. But one day, she decided to take a 5-minute walk after lunch. Just 5 minutes. That was all. Gradually, she built it up to 10 minutes, then 15. Before long, she was walking every day and started to feel a noticeable difference in her energy levels. She wasn't climbing mountains, but she was getting outside and moving her body. And that simple action, just getting started, changed everything. Today, Grace feels more energized than she has in years and is proud of the progress she's made. Like Grace, you don't need to make a dramatic change all at once. Just start with something small and keep going. Your body will thank you for it. It's easy to fall into the mindset that our best years are behind us and that our health will naturally decline as we get older. But there's a beautiful truth in the words of the Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The moment you decide to take charge of your health, you begin to change the trajectory of your life. It doesn't matter if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Small, consistent changes can make a world of difference. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward a better, more vibrant version of yourself. I know it might feel daunting to think about changing long-standing habits, but imagine looking back a year from now, seeing how far you've come, and realizing that the small decisions you made today paved the way for a healthier, happier you. You don't have to be a superhero to make these changes. You just need the willingness to try. Even if you start small, that's a victory in itself. And as you continue, you'll start to see the results, and the motivation to keep going will come naturally. The truth is, age is not a barrier to improvement. It's a reminder that there's so much more to experience, so much more to learn, and so much more potential within you. Every day is a new opportunity to take charge of your life, no matter how old you are. You've already lived so many years filled with wisdom and experience, and now is the time to apply that wisdom to taking care of your health. It's never too late to start, and the best time to begin is right now. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the key takeaways. First, it's never too late to make a positive change in your life. The simple act of adjusting when you nap, staying active, and creating a consistent sleep routine can dramatically improve your energy, mental clarity, and overall well-being. These aren't drastic changes. They are small steps that can have a profound impact over time. The truth is, you have the power to reclaim your vitality, no matter your age. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Even if you're starting with just one small change today, know that you are taking the first step toward a healthier, more vibrant version of yourself. You've already lived a life full of wisdom and experience, and now it's time to apply that knowledge to make the most of the years ahead. Every small step counts, and with each one, you'll feel stronger, more energized, and more connected to the life you want to live. So I urge you, take action today. Don't wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time is now. You are capable of making these changes, and the reward is a life that feels not only longer but also fuller. You deserve to live a life filled with health, joy, and purpose. No matter how old you are, your best years are still ahead of you. Now is the time to start. Start small, start today, and take control of your health and happiness. If this video has inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. You never know how a simple piece of advice might transform someone's life for the better. Remember, you've got this. Your golden years are not just about surviving, they're about thriving. So go ahead, take that first step. The future you want is waiting, and it starts now.